Okay, stage 4, paragraph page 265. Stage 4,
Yes.
265. Okay, and our last head word was this new word type of lesson.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with our revision. Okay, let me
Okay.
just scroll down. Okay, here we go. First question. What's the difference between use and use? Oh, what's the difference
Oh,
between use and use? The difference between
the difference
use
between
and
use
use
and
is
use
that we
is that we
use is
use
the verb,
is the verb,
whereas use
whereas
is
use
the noun.
is the noun.
Very good. What's the use of a pen? What's the use of a pen? The use of a
The
pen
use of the pen
is
is
for writing.
for writing.
What's the use in studying languages? What's the use in studying languages? The use in
The use
studying
in
languages
studying
is to make
studying
it
languages is
possible
to make it possible
for us to speak
for us to
to
speak
people from
to
other
people
countries.
from other countries.
Very good. Okay, give me an example of the word therefore. Give me an example of the word therefore, please. I want to learn
I want to
English
learn
well.
English well.
Therefore, I must
Therefore,
study.
I must study.
Very good. Can you hear the sound of my pen on the table? Can you hear the sound of my pen on the table? Yes, I can
Yes,
hear the
I can
sound
hear
of
the
your
sound
pen
of your
on the
pen on the
table.
table.
Very good. Can you hear the sound of traffic at the moment? Can you hear the sound of traffic at the moment? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I can
can hear
hear
the sound of
the
traffic
sound
at
of
the moment.
traffic at the moment.
Do you think the English language sounds pleasant? Do you think the English language sounds pleasant? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I
think
think the English
the
language
English
sounds
language
pleasant.
sounds pleasant.
Wait, do I sound angry at the moment? Do I sound angry at the moment? No, you don't
No,
sound
you don't
angry
sound
at the
angry
moment.
at the moment.
Wait, is your house completely silent at night or can you hear street noise? Is your house completely silent at night or can you hear street noise? My house is
My
completely
house is
silent at
completely
night.
silent at
At
night.
night. Very good. What's the difference between and and? What's the difference between and and? The difference
The
between
difference between
and
and
is that we
is
use
that we use
before a consonant
before a
sound,
consonant sound,
whereas we use
whereas
an
we use an
before a vowel
is
sound.
before a vowel sound.
Right, give me an example of each. Give me an example of each, please. A book, an
A
apple.
book, an apple.
Very good. Give me an example of the. Give me an example of the. The chair is red.
The chair is red.
Give me an example of the. Give me an example of the, please. The apple is red.
The apple is red.
Very good. Why do we say the use and not the use? Why do we say the use and not the use? We say the
We
use
say the
and not
use
the
and
use
not the use
because the word use
because the word
starts
use
with a
starts
consonant
with a
sound.
consonant sound.
Wait, is it right to say a hour or an hour? Is it right to say a hour or an hour? It's right to say
It's right to
an
say
hour.
an hour
Why? Why? Because the letter H
because
in
letter
the word
H in
hour
the word hour
is silent.
is silent.
Very good. Okay. Did you fail to answer the last question? Did you fail to answer the last question? No, I
No,
didn't fail
I didn't fail
to answer the
to
last
answer
question.
last
Remember?
question.
No, I didn't
No,
fail
I
to
didn't
answer the
fail
last
to
question.
answer the last
I
question.
succeeded in
I
answering
succeeded
the
in
last question.
answering the last question.
Right? If you try hard, do you think you'll succeed in learning English well? If you try hard, do you think you'll succeed in learning English well? Yes. If I try
Yes,
hard,
if I
I
try
think I'll
hard, I
succeed
think
in learning
I
English well.
succeed
In
in
learning
learning,
English well.
in running English well.
Well, what's the opposite of to fail an exam? What's the opposite of to fail an exam? The opposite
The
of to
opposite
fail
of
an
to
exam
fail an
is
exam
to pass an
is to
exam.
pass an exam.
Well, do you think you'll pass the stage exam at the end of this book? Do you think you'll pass the stage exam at the end of this book? Yes, I think I'll
Yes, I
pass
think
the
I'll
stage
pass
exam
the stage
at the
exam
end of this
at
book.
the end of this book.
Very good. If you fail an examination, do you always take it again? If you fail an examination, do you always take it again? Yes or no?
Yes, I
If
will.
I fail an
I
examination,
will an examination.
yes, if I fail
Yes, if I
an
fail
examination,
some
an examination,
at examination,
I always take it again.
I always take it Again.
Very good. Do people generally succeed in getting what they want if they try hard enough? Do people generally succeed in getting what they want if they try hard enough? Yes, people
Yes.
generally succeed
People generally succeed
in getting what they want.
at they want.
One more. In getting what they
In
want
getting what they want.
if they try hard enough.
If they try hard enough.
Very good. Okay. What can we say instead of I must study? What can we say instead of I must study? Instead of I
Instead
must
of
study,
I must
we can
study,
say
we
I
can
have to
say I
study.
have to study.
Right? Do you have to eat if you want to live? Do you have to eat if you want to live? Yes, I have to
Yes,
eat
I
if
have to
I
eat
want to
if
live.
I want to live.
Very good. Did you have to get up early yesterday morning? Did you have to get up early yesterday morning? Yes or no?
Yes, I get
I
up.
I had to
I
get up
have I had to get up early
early yesterday morning.
yesterday morning.
Very good. Will you have to wait if you arrive too early for the next lesson? Will you have to wait if you arrive too early for the next lesson? Yes, I'll have to
Yes,
wait.
I will have to wait.
Or I'll have to wait
I'll have to wait
if I arrive too
if
early
I arrive too early
for the next lesson.
for the next lesson.
Very good. Which is it right to say you mustn't smoke in this building or you don't have to smoke in this building? Which is it right to say you mustn't smoke in this building or you don't have to smoke in this building? It's right to say
It's right to
you
say
mustn't smoke
you
in this
mustn't
building.
smoke in this building.
Very good. Which is it right to say I mustn't get up early on Saturday or I don't have to get up early on Saturday? Which is it right to say I mustn't get up early on Saturday or I don't have to get up early on Saturday? It's right to say
It's right to
I don't
say
have to
I
get
don't
up
have to
early
get up early
on Saturday.
on Saturday.
Very good. Must you study if you want to learn English? Must you study if you want to learn English? Yes, I must
Yes,
study
I must
if
study
I want to
if
learn
I want to
English.
learn English.
Must you study 10 hours a day if you want to learn English? Must you study 10 hours a day if you want to learn English? No,
No,
I don't
I
have to
don't have
study
to study
10 hours a
10
day
hours a day
if I want to
if
learn
I want to
English.
learn English.
Very good. Okay, next. How do we sometimes form a noun from a verb? How do we sometimes form a noun from a verb? We sometimes
We
form a
sometimes
noun from a
form a
verb
noun from a
by
verb
adding the
by
letters
adding
er to the
letters
verb.
er to the verb.
Give me some examples. Give me some examples, please. Eat, eater.
Eat, eater.
Walk, walker.
Walk, walker.
Speak, speaker.
Speak, speaker.
Are you a hard worker? Are you a hard worker? Yes or no? Yes.
No, I'm. Yes.
Yes, I'm a hard
Yes,
worker.
I'm a hard worker.
Very good. Okay, next. Are you a complete beginner in English? Are you a complete beginner in English? No, I'm not
No,
a
I'm
complete
not a
beginner in
completely
English.
beginner
More,
in
a complete
English.
beginner
I'm
in English.
completely beginner in English.
I began
I began
how many years ago? 2 years ago, let's say.
2 years ago.
Very good. Are you a heavy sleeper? Are you a heavy sleeper? Yes or no?
Yes,
I'm a
I'm a
heavy
heavy
sleeper.
sleeper.
Who's your favorite writer? Who's your favorite writer? My favorite writer
My
is
favorite writer is Haruki Murakami.
Murakami. Very good. Do you hope you'll live a very long time? Do you hope you'll live a very long time? Yes or no?
No, I
I
don't
don't hope
hope
I'll live
I live
a
a,
very long time.
a very long time.
Very good. Do you think it's important to be positive about life and full of hope for the future? Do you think it's important to be positive about life and full of hope for the future? Yes, I think
Yes,
it's
I think
important
it's
to be positive
important to be positive
about life
about
and
life
full of hope,
and full of, full
full of
of,
hope for the
full of
future.
hope for the future.
Reggie, do you hope the weather will be sunny tomorrow? Do you hope the weather will be sunny tomorrow? Yes or no?
Yes,
I hope
yes,
the
I
weather
hope the weather
will be
will
sunny
be
tomorrow.
sunny tomorrow.
Very good. Do you believe everything people tell you? Do you believe everything people tell you? No, I don't
No,
believe
I don't
everything
believe
people tell
everything
me.
people tell
Some
me.
things I
Some
believe
things I
and some
believe,
things
and
I
some things
disbelieve.
I disbelieve.
Do you believe there is life on other planets? Do you believe there is life on other planets? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
believe
believe
there is life on
there is
other
life on
planets.
other planets.
Do you believe it will be possible in the future for people to live until they're 200 years old? Do you believe it will be possible in the future for people to live until they're 200 years old? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
believe
believe
it will be
it
possible
will be possible
in the future
in the
for
future
people to
for
live
people to live
until
to
they're
until
200 years
they are
old.
200 years old.
Very good. What's the difference between to do the shopping and to go shopping? What's the difference between to do the shopping and to go shopping? The difference between
The difference
to
between
do the
to the
shopping,
shopping
to do the shopping,
to do the shopping
and to go shopping
and to go
is
shopping
that to do the
is that
shopping
to
means
do the shopping
to
means
buy the
go to
things
buy the
that
things
are
that
necessary
are
for
necessary
the house,
for the
such
house,
as food,
such as food,
etc.
etc.
Whereas to go
Whereas
shopping
to go
means
shopping
to
means
visit shops
to visit
generally.
shops generally.
Very good. Okay. When you do the shopping, do you make a list before going to the supermarket? When you do the shopping, do you make a list before going to the supermarket? Yes or no?
Yes,
When I do the
I
shopping,
when I do the
I
shopping,
make a list
I make a list
before going
before
to
going
the
to the
supermarket.
supermarket.
Very good. Do you ever go shopping and come home with nothing? Do you ever go shopping and come home with nothing? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I
could.
sometimes go
I
shopping
sometimes go shopping
and come home with
and come
nothing.
home with nothing.
Very good. Okay, so that's the end of our revision. Let's have
Okay,
new work. Very good. Okay, repeat. Smile.
smile.
Very good. Okay, listen. Smile is a verb. When we smile, we are happy. Generally happy. Let's practice. Do people generally smile when they're unhappy? Do people generally smile when they're unhappy? No.
No,
People don't
people
generally
don't
smile
generally
when
smile
they're unhappy.
when they are happy.
Unhappy. Very
Unhappy.
good. Does good news put a smile on your face? Does good news put a smile on your face? Yes. Good
Yes,
news
good
puts a
news,
smile
but
on my
smile
face.
on my face.
Very good. Next, repeat. Tact.
Tag.
Very good. Okay, listen. Tact is a noun. It means the money that we must pay to the government. For example, I have to pay a tax to the government if I buy a house. Let's practice. Do you have to pay a tax to the government if you buy a foreign car? Do you have to pay a tax to the government if you buy a foreign car? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
have to
have
pay
to
a
pay
tax to the
a
government
tax to the
if
government
I buy a
if I
foreign
buy
car.
a foreign car.
Very good. Next, let's have the three forms of a verb. Okay. So
Okay.
let's talk about the three forms of a verb: the present, the past, and the past participle. Okay. So repeat. Walk, walk, walk.
Walk, walk,
Walk, walked, walked.
walked.
Cut, cut, cut.
Cut, cut, cut.
Sit, sat, sat.
Step, start, start.
See, saw, seen.
See, so, see.
Okay, present. I see him every week. I see
I,
him every week.
I see him every week.
Very good. Past tense. I saw him last week.
I saw him last week.
Very good. Past participle. I have seen him this week.
I have seen him last week.
This week. I have
This
seen
week.
him this week.
I have seen him this week.
Very good. Okay, listen. Generally speaking, each verb in English has three forms that you must learn: the present, the past, and the past participle. For example, the three forms of the verb to see are see, saw, seen. See is the present, saw is the past, and seen is the past participle. Okay, let's practice. What are the three forms of an English verb? What are the three forms of an English verb? The three
The
forms
three
of an
forms
English
of
verb
an English
are the present,
are the
the past,
present,
and the
the
past
past, and the past
participle.
participle.
Very good. Give me an example. Give me an example, please. See, saw, seen.
See, so, see.
I see him
I
every week.
see him every week.
I saw him
I
last
saw
week.
him last
I
week.
have seen him
I have
this week.
seen him this week.
Very good. Okay, next listen. When we say regular verbs, the second and the third form are the same. So the past and the past participle are the same. It's called regular verb. For example, kill, killed, killed. So the present is kill, the past is killed, past participle is kill. So second and third form is the same, so that's a regular verb. When we say irregular verbs, sometimes all the forms are the same. So like put. So all are the same, that's an irregular verb. An irregular verb sometimes has two forms that are the same, the first and the third, the present and the past participle. For example, come, came, come. So that's irregular verb. And sometimes all the forms are different. For example, give, gave, given. So that's an irregular verb. Okay, let's practice. What are the three forms of kill? What are the three forms of kill? The three
The
forms
three
of kill
forms
are
of kill
killed,
are
killed,
killed,
killed.
killed, killed.
What are the three forms of put? What are the three forms of put? The three
The
forms
three
of put
forms of
are
put
put,
are
put,
put,
put.
put, put.
What are the three forms of come? What are the three forms of come? The three forms
The
of
three
come
forms of
are
come
come, came,
are
come.
come, came, come.
Very good. What are the three forms of give? What are the three forms of give? The three
The
forms
three
of give
forms of give
are give,
are
gave,
give,
given.
give, given.
Give, gave, given.
Give, gave, given.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Cat.
Cat,
Now, one more. Cat. Dog.
cat, dog.
Result.
Result,
Lucky.
lucky.
Very good. Okay, listen. Cat and dog are both nouns. They are animals. Result is also a noun. For example, if you put a cat and a dog together, they often fight. The result of putting a cat and a dog together will be a lot of noise. Lucky is an adjective. For example, if you win in a lottery and get a lot of money, you're lucky. Let's practice. Which do you prefer? Cats or dogs? Which do you prefer? Cats or dogs? I prefer
I prefer a dog
to cats.
to cats.
Very good. One more. I prefer dogs to cats.
I prefer the dogs to cats.
Very good. What is often the result of putting a cat and a dog together? What is often the result of putting a cat and a dog together? The result
The
of putting a
result of
cat
putting
and
a
a
cat
dog
and
together
dog together
is often a
they
lot
is
of
is
noise.
often a lot of noise.
Very good. Do people in your country think it's lucky to see a black cat? Do people in your country think it's lucky to see a black cat? Yes or no?
Uh, yes, I,
People in my country
people in my
think
country
it's lucky
think it's
to
lucky
see a black
to
cat.
see a black cat.
Very good. Next repeat. Destroy.
Destroy,
Document.
document,
Very good. Okay, listen. Destroy is a verb. Document is a noun. A document is a piece of paper with something important written on it. For example, I am destroying this document. Okay, let's practice. Do you ever destroy documents that you receive from your bank? Do you ever destroy documents that you receive from your bank? Yes or no?
yeah, yes,
Yes,
I
I sometimes destroy
sometimes
documents
destroy documents
that I receive
that
from
I
my bank.
receive from my bank.
Megan, can a fire destroy a building? Can a fire destroy a building? Yes, a fire
Yes,
can
a fire
destroy a
can
building.
destroy a building.
Very good. Next, repeat. Bin.
Win,
Scotland.
Scotland.
Very good. Okay, listen. The past participle of the verb to be is been. Scotland is a noun. It is the name of one of the British countries. Let's practice. What's the past participle of the verb to be? What's the past participle of the verb to be? The past
The
participle
past
of the
participle
verb to
of
be
the verb to
is
be
been.
is be.
Have you been to the cinema this week? Have you been to the cinema this week? Yes or no?
Yes, I've
I've been
been
to the cinema
to the
this week.
cinema this week.
Very good. Have you been to Scotland? Have you ever been to Scotland? Yes or no?
No, I've
I've
never
never been to
been
Scotland.
to Scotland.
Have you been to see the film Titanic? Have you been to see the film Titanic? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've been to see the
I've been
film
to see
Titanic.
the film Titanic.
Very good. Let's repeat. Crime.
Crime,
Guilty.
guilty,
Innocent.
innocent,
Against the law.
against law,
Against the law.
against law.
Very good. Okay, listen. Crime is a noun. It is something that a person does which he or she should not do. Guilty and innocent are both adjectives. For example, if you take something from a shop without paying, you're guilty of a crime. That's theft. The opposite of guilty is innocent. Against the law means not okay by law. For example, if you take something from a shop without paying it, it's a crime. It's against the law. Let's practice. What's a crime? What's a crime? A crime
A
is an
crime
action
is an
that
action
is
that
against the
is
law.
against the law.
Like if I take something from a shop without paying, am I guilty of a crime? If I take something from a shop without paying, am I guilty of a crime? Yes. If you
Yes.
take something
If you take
from a
something
shop
from
without
a shop
paying,
without paying,
you're guilty of a
you're
crime.
guilty of crime.
Like what's the opposite of guilty? What's the opposite of guilty? The opposite
The
of
opposite
guilty
of
is
guilty
innocent.
is innocent.
Like do you always feel guilty when you do something wrong? Do you always feel guilty when you do something wrong? Yes or no?
Uh,
Yes,
no,
I always
yes, I always
feel guilty
feel
when
guilty
I do something
when I
wrong.
do something wrong.
Greg, is there very much crime in the town where you live? Is there very much crime in the town where you live? Yes or no? No,
Yes, I
no,
know.
no, there isn't
No, there isn't
very much crime
very much
in the
crime
town where I
in the
live.
town where I live.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading.
Okay,
Very good. So our reading is at stage 3, paragraph page 170. Okay, and our last head word was preposition plus noun. Okay, please start at page 171. Head word beside, besides, walk, anymore.
okay.
171.
Besides, work anyone
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
Yep.
What the difference between beside and besides? The difference between beside and besides is that beside means next to, whereas besides means apart from. Give me an example of each, please. I'm sitting beside you.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Very good.
Mr. Brown speaks French besides English. Who's sitting beside me? Nobody's sitting beside you. Is Paris beside the sea? No, Paris isn't beside the sea. It's inland. Put both your head on the table, one beside the other. What's she doing? She's putting both her hands on the table, one beside the other. What do you do in the evening beside watching television? I go for a walk, I read, I go to the cinema, etc. in the evening besides watching television.
Mhm.
How many floors are there in this building besides this one? There,
There
there
are
are
how many floors
four
in your
floor,
four floors
four floors in this building besides
besides this
this
one?
one.
Very good.
Have you have your parents got any more children besides you? Yes, my parents have got another child besides me.
Very good.
No, my parents haven't got my any more children besides me. Very much. Do you like walking very much? Yes, I like walking very much. No, I don't like walking very much. Do you like walking very much? Yes, I like walking very much. No, I don't like walking very much. Another. Have you got another watch beside that one? Yes, I've got another watch beside this one. No, I haven't got another watch beside this one. Have you got another shirt beside the one you are wearing now? Yes, I've got another shirt beside this one I'm wearing now.
Very good.
Church, temple, mosque, sy- syna-
Synagogue.
synagogue. Do most people in this country do go to church each week? And yes, most people in this country go to church each week. No,
Very good.
most people.
Okay, so it's